is going on, everybody? It's the Video Game Architect, and my goodness, does it feel good to be doing an intro again, because this means I am back and I'm finally able to make more content for you all. You all have been amazing and patient over this horrible year of just being basically unsettled. However, me and my girl have traveled over 3,000 kilometers and are now out west in Canada, and it's been absolutely beautiful, the change that's been needed, and now I am settled in my own spot and I'm able to make as much content as I could possibly pump out for you guys, so you guys can hold me accountable now. I'm finally in my own spot, good to go, and honestly, this is going to be a little bit of like a rebirth for this channel. So considering that is what it is, we are going to be starting a brand new series right now, Stardew Valley. I absolutely adore this game, and I even brought my girl along for this tutorial. You'll see her helping me along through this tutorial, which has really been fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. With all that being said, let's hop right into this tips and tutorials part 1 for Stardew Valley. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, it's time to begin VGA farm, and first thing we're going to do is press start and go into our settings. Always show tool hit location, especially if you're on console. You're going to want to have that clicked because it will really help with placement of items, and placing things is everything in this game. So another thing we're going to do is quickly invite the wifey in, and if you guys are trying to bring in your friends or girlfriends or whoever, it's really easy. All you have to do is go to the settings, go down there, invite friend, send invite, simple as that. Now it is going to start you off with 15 parsnip seeds. As you see, it's a little gift. Seeds are everything in this game. Seeds are literally your currency. Seeds are how you're going to make your money. We are farmers after all in this game, so seeds are absolutely everything. Your TV is going to be very important. You'll see that it offers quite a few different things. It'll give you your weather report, your fortune status basically, which is like how much luck you're going to get throughout the day and how much the world is going to help you out. It'll also give you little tips like living off the land. It'll tell you what kind of things you're going to be able to do in that specific month, and it really does help out a lot. As well, with the TV, you are going to be getting recipes, which is absolutely huge, because later on when you build your kitchen, you're going to want to cook for yourself, and the only way you're going to really have recipes is if you are checking that TV daily, because there will be a chef that comes on there and gives you all kinds of good recipes. So make sure you are checking the TV every single day before you leave that house. Definitely a pro tip. Now, we're only going to be playing for 5 days in this first video, which is going to end up being a decent length video, but for the first 5 days, it's really just about cleaning up the farm and getting our farms prepared. We're going to be always planning ahead, as we always do in every single video. So when you see me plotting out our farms here, it is going to be pre-made for sprinklers, because the sprinkler system is what allows you to basically let your farm be self-automated. If we're doing every single thing on our farm, like watering every single vegetable that we plant, you're going to notice that your energy bar on the right side gets depleted very quickly. So manual farming is not ideal, but obviously at the beginning of the game, that's all we have, so we have no choice but to manually farm. But we are going to build our farm with the preparation for sprinklers. So right here, you're going to want to copy exactly how I am building out my first little plot of farmland here. You'll notice that I leave a spot in the middle, and that will be for where the sprinkler is going to be placed later on. So even though we're not going to have access to that technology right in the beginning, we are going to plan our farm ahead so that we're not having to do a completely brand new design when it comes time to actually start planting out our sprinklers. So bear with me here. I am gonna just sit here and plan out our plot a little bit. I didn't like that, so I'm going to go and remove it now. And as you can see, if you take your pitchfork, you can remove whatever you placed with the hoe. The hoe is what you need to actually set your farm down. That's what I'm using right now to chop up the ground. So if you ever don't like where you place something with the hoe, just grab the pickaxe and come over top of it, and it will bring it back to the regular plot of land that it was beforehand. So go ahead and copy the farms just like this, because it will save you a lot of time later on in the game once we do start advancing and make this farm self-automated. Now you'll notice big tree stumps like that, we're not going to be able to take care of those because we're going to have to upgrade our axe before we are able to do that. So here is the crafting menu that I just skimmed through really quickly. We'll be spending a lot of time in that, do not worry. But for right now, what I'm trying to do is just get these seeds planted as quick as possible. We got 15 free seeds, so I'm going to go ahead and plant them in the ground and get those watered up, because that is basically the steps that you need for growing any vegetables. You need to plant them and make sure that they're watered every single day at least one time. And you'll notice once you water them that they become kind of shaded in and they look moist. That's how you know that something is watered and you don't need to go hit it again. You're good to go. Good news is there is no such thing as overwatering like there is in real life, so go ahead and get these all watered up. And if you need extra water, you do just this. You come over to the pond and you just press square or whatever the click is on your mouse, and it will automatically fill up the container. So now you'll notice that there's a little cabin next door to my house. If you are playing solo, you will not have this, but if you do invite in additional players, this is how they bring them in. They'll give them a little separate cabin, and they have their own little bed in there as well. Even though they're not forced to use that specific cabin, it is there. So it's kind of cute, and eventually here wifey's gonna join me, and oh, speak of the devil, there she is. So now I have my extra help, and what she's gonna do is basically allow us to get this farm going at double the speed. So you guys will be able to see what I'm trying to teach a lot quicker than if I was doing it on my own. So it does come in handy. Now she got her own seeds, which is really, really nice. As you can see that she's going to be able to double our initial free seeds from 15 to 30, so that's always good. Free seeds are amazing. It's free money. Everybody loves free money. So now that she's got hers planted, she's just going to go ahead and water those up. Perfect. Now you'll notice both of us missing things here and there. It's just because we're just getting going here. As we go and we get our bearings a little bit, it gets a lot easier to place things, especially on console, on controller. I have played this on PC before. It's much easier for clicking, but eventually with console you will get used to it, and it's not so bad. So a really key tip here is in the beginning, foraging is really important. It's always important. You're always going to want to do it, but especially in the beginning where money is really tight and you don't really have lots of money, foraging is a really nice way to get some food and or make a couple bucks on the side. You won't get tons of money, but you can make a little bit of money off of it. And if you go outside, this is the store, Pierre's store, really, really important place. This is where you're going to be buying your seeds. If you notice the little board that I went and interacted with there, you could get jobs and all kinds of different things. There was no postings right now, but anyway, here's where we're going to be buying our seeds. Extremely important. As you can see, there's different prices to different seeds. Normally, the most expensive seeds, hence cauliflower, would give you the biggest return. So the more expensive, typically, the more you're going to get back. A lot of people will just tell you ignore all the other vegetables and just go for the most expensive one, because why waste money on the smaller things? Well, the reason why in the very beginning I will do a variety of vegetables instead of just the most expensive one is because later on we're going to want to get our rec center up, and the rec center will require basically a whole bunch of objects that you can either farm or find in the wildlands. So if you farm a variety of things and keep at least one item of everything, it will help you with the rec center later on as well. Just because in the beginning money is a little tight, if you buy some of the other vegetables, they won't take near as long to grow. Typically the more expensive ones also take longer to grow, and it means it's going to take you longer to get some money back. So we're trying to make money right away here, so having some of the ones that only take a few days to grow means we're going to be able to get our money going a little bit quicker and get this process of purchasing seeds and selling items going, because that is everything. Trying to get your money up in the beginning is extremely important. Now, one of the quests is to interact with as many people as you can. Introduce yourself basically to the entire town. I think it's like 27 people. So if you want, as you're going through the land here, you could go ahead and interact with people like I am, and it will technically count as introducing yourself to the person. So these are little side quests. A lot of people who play this game don't focus on the farming aspect necessarily as the primary aspect. A lot of them like to do the story and interact with the people. This tutorial here is more about how to get an efficient farm running. So if you're looking at more of the farming game, this is what I'm focused on here with me and my girl. But we could still do some of the quests as we go along. So if you see me running into people here, I'm going to introduce myself, because why not? Especially in the beginning where, like I said before, our energy is low already, so there's not really much else I could do throughout the day that's going to be a lot of physical labor. It's basically getting time to go to bed. It's very, very shortly here. This is the land just south of our farm. You guys will learn this map off the back of your hand. I could literally draw this map right now off the top of my head, because the town isn't huge, but it's just big enough that, you know, it feels like there's something to learn, and it's really, really a pleasure to go through. I absolutely adore this game. Everything about it, the graphics, the music, everything's amazing about this game. And the characters are super cute too. So yeah, here, as you can see, our farm is just an absolute mess. There's rocks everywhere, grass overgrown, so we're going to do as much cleaning up as we can here. Like I said before, our energy is just pathetic, so you're not going to be able to get too much more done. When you see me slicing grass here and a lot of leaves, sometimes you'll find mixed seeds in grass like this, and mixed seeds are basically that exactly. You're not 100% sure what you're going to get out of it, but if you plant it and grow it, you're going to get something. And seeds are expensive, as you just saw from the store, so free seeds are free seeds. So we're going to go ahead and plant what we did buy from Pierre's. Make sure that's watered up before the day is end, and that will count as 1 day of growth, no matter when you plant them. So really, really key. And she's going to go ahead and do the same thing. Here we go. Make sure that we water everything up before bedtime. And we are almost complete our first day on the farm. And we've already got quite a bit done, and a decent looking farm. Now you'll see right there, as I'm pouring those last bits of water, my energy bar on the right is showing that I am getting extremely exhausted. Once I go past a certain point of exhaustion, your guy is going to start moving super slowly, and that's when you know you've gone too far. And if you push it past that point, they will pass out, and you don't want them to pass out, because you'll end up losing items and money and all that, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to avoid passing out at all costs. Another huge tip when it comes to passing out is you cannot play past 2 a.m. If you go past 2 a.m., your guy automatically passes out. So do keep that in mind. There you'll notice that it says it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Rain in this game is actually a beautiful thing, because that means you don't need to go water everything. So it saves you time, essentially. And time is everything, because if you're not wasting your time taking care of your farm, you can use that energy doing something else in the world that's really, really key. So it's all about efficiency, like every single game here. You'll notice sometimes that you get mail, like I just went and opened. We are getting a message that we need to come down to the beach area, and the fisherman down there has got something for us. So that's how we're going to get our fishing rod in a little bit. So first things first, we got to take care of our farm, as always. Make sure that everything is watered before you continue with your day. Scarecrows are a big part. It's one of the very first things that you're going to want to start crafting, which we will do shortly. If you do not build scarecrows in this game, it's very similar to real life. You will lose your crops. The crows will come and just start taking food for themselves, so we don't want that to happen. So as soon as we have the resources for that, we're going to get some crows built and make sure that we protect our plot of land as much as possible. Again, you can see it's 8 a.m. and just from a little bit of work, I've already burnt through half my energy. The way you replenish energy in this game, I should note on that, is by eating food. However, financial and money is like the most important part in the very, very beginning. So we are going to be selling most of the vegetables that we get. We're not going to be eating them. So here you see that I built a wood box, which is extremely important because that means we can store things in this box. I had to get rid of the dandelion there because there was no more slots for it after building it, but we're not going to worry about that. So you can come in here, and as you can see, there's all of these spaces for items here. So what we're going to do, because we don't have the backpack and our items are limited to that first row, we're going to get rid of everything that we don't need so that we can at least have some inventory for anything else that we're going to pick up. As you can see, wifey's over there putting in work, chopping down trees, cleaning up the farm, getting everything built. So we basically get double the energy because we're working together. If you can work with a partner and a friend in this game, it's like any game, it makes it better, and it definitely makes it faster too, so it's really fun. Farm is coming together. You guys know me, I like things organized as much as possible. I don't like it looking cluttered, so I'm gonna try and do what I can with this really crappy energy bar in the beginning. So yeah, in this game, each month that goes by, so there's 28 days per month. Every single month that goes by, it switches seasons. So the first month is spring, the second month will be summer, the third month will be fall, and the fourth month will be winter. During winter, you're not able to grow anything. It's basically like the time for you to prepare for spring at that point. The other 3 months, you can only grow specific vegetables. However, there are some vegetables that can hover between 2 months, in other words, 2 seasons, but most of them cannot. So you are always going to be on a clock. Remember that there's only 28 days in the month. So let's say a vegetable takes 7 days to grow, but you only have 6 days left in your month. If you plant that vegetable, you just wasted it because it's not going to be able to grow and finish growing before the month runs out. And as soon as it switches to a different season, that vegetable is completely dead and you wasted your money. So monitoring how long vegetables take to grow and how long you have left in the month is very, very important. So there's quite a few things that you're going to want to be monitoring as these months and days go on and progress. So do keep that in mind, very, very important. Trees coming down everywhere, putting in work. If you chop down trees, you'll notice that you get sap along with the wood, and sometimes you can get mixed seeds and other things like that, or even acorns or whatever it is to replant the seed itself. So that's also really key. Sap is one of the most important things in this game. You can create fertilizer with sap for free. It takes 2 sap for 1 fertilizer, and fertilizers are everything. It increases the value of your crops, it increases the quality of your crops, and it actually increases how much you can get. So fertilizing your plot of land before planting something is really, really important, just like it is in real life. So as you notice, we built another box here, and wifey has went and switched the color of it. So we are going to start color coordinating things and trying to keep things organized as possible. So the red one is going to be for our food, I believe. That's where we're going to be moving any of our foods and forageables. And the brown box is going to be basically for any of the resources that we're picking up outside of that, like rocks, wood, and etc. So you'll see us going in between these boxes a lot. It's to get rid of items and clear up our small inventory, especially in the beginning. Clear up the pathway here because this path is going to end up being very, very important. There's definitely little shortcuts to this game that you're going to want to learn as you go. Here in this cave later on, we're going to be able to choose between a bat cave, which will like release fruits and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. And then another one is mushrooms. We'll always choose the mushroom one just because anybody who plays this game knows that the mushroom one is superior. In the amount of mushrooms that you almost get like 9 mushrooms per day, and you can literally eat and survive off of that for your energy alone. So everything else that you make or grow, should I say, you could sell, and you don't need to worry about keeping vegetables to eat because that mushroom farm will literally keep you sustained. But that's later in the game. I'm getting ahead of myself. Another thing to keep in mind, Pierre's store closes at 5 p.m. every single day. So if you are planning on buying seeds, make sure you get there before 5 p.m. or it will be closed. Another thing to keep in mind as well, he is closed Wednesdays. And I actually think in this footage, I forgot that myself and end up getting heartbroken the next day. But yes, if you are planning on buying seeds for your farm, remember you can't do it on Wednesday. So make sure you're there from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's pretty much your only options for Pierre, so at least during the week. Here is the fisherman Willie. He's the one who sent us some mail saying to come meet him by the dock, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And this gentleman is going to give us our first fishing rod, which is really key because fishing is a big part of this game as well. And there you go. It's just so rewarding, this game. Everything about it. I absolutely love this game. So we got a bamboo pole. Later on we can upgrade it, but for the beginning this is perfectly fine and we are able to go fishing. The great news is too, is if you're playing this on co-op like I am right now, we are both getting everything that I run into here. So she's getting a fishing pole as well, which is really, really key. Now you'll notice that I just picked up an oyster. There's clams, there's oysters, there's all kinds of goodies on this beach if you just come check every single day. Again, in the beginning, foraging is really key. It's a quick way to make some money and also get some food. So really, really important. This is the fishing. The mini game for fishing is really, really quite simple but fun. You throw out your casting rod, you try to get as much as you can on it. Once something bites, you click, and it's basically a game of tapping. So like if you tap square here, it's gonna raise the bar, and if you let go, it will automatically start dropping. So it's one of those things where you're trying to keep it centered with the fish. It's a little bit of a skill, but it's not too hard. As you can see, I caught my first fish there, so it's really, really fun. But yeah, you could do as much fishing as you want, depending what plot of water you go to, you'll catch different fish, so do keep that in mind. Also, depending what time of year it is, will change the fish that you'll find, very much like real life. So everything is built on the seasons, whether it be food, fishing, or anything. Everything is built around that, just like it is in the real world. So it's really cute. Letting wifey lead the way home. As you can see, it's starting to get dark, so it's getting to that time to call it another day. Because we're money hungry, I'm not going to be keeping these fish right now. I am going to basically be trying to just sell everything that I find. So if you are trying to sell things that you find, that's how you do it. You bring it to the brown box and you drop it in there just like I did there. So as we're growing our vegetables, when we're picking them, we'll be going and dropping them in that bin a lot. And then what happens is, as you go to bed and you fall asleep, somebody will come pick it up and basically leave you whatever money that you've earned. So as you see here, when we go to sleep, actually, it'll show you how much money I've earned for whatever I've dropped in the box. So wifey's gonna go set the mood, set the fire on, and then come to bed. And that will be the end of day 2. So you'll see from fishing, I've earned 70 gold, and that was just off those 2 little items that I picked up. So not bad, and another reason why foraging is super important. Again, always check the TV. It's going to be beautiful the next day. Fortune, we're going to see what the spirits are. See, the spirits feel neutral today, so basically it's just going to be a regular day as far as luck goes, but luck will play a bigger factor once we get into the caves. You'll really notice whether the spirits are annoyed or not once we're in the caves, but again, that's going to be for the next episode, because for right now we're not really going to have access to the caves. It's still blocked, but yeah, that's going to play an important role to this game. That's actually how we're going to get the items for our sprinklers, right? So for right now, we're going to just focus on what I said in the very beginning, cleaning up the farm and getting things prepared for the next step of the game, which will be next episode for sure. Get some trees chopped down, get some sap. The nice thing about days that it rained, like I said before, is you can use your full energy on whatever else you want, especially before you get sprinklers, because it's basically a nature sprinkler system, if you will. If it's raining, you don't need to waste the time going around and watering each one of those crops, and that really saves a whole lot of your energy. So me and my girl are both going to take advantage of that and do as much cleaning up of this farm as possible, because why not? Let's use our energy towards something that's useful. These kinds of stumps we are able to take out with the basic axe, but the larger stumps, like I said earlier, we are going to have to upgrade our tools, and the same way that we end up building our sprinkler system is the same method we're going to use to upgrade our tools. So you guys will see that shortly. Collect all these stones, this wood. Don't sell. I wouldn't recommend selling any of the stone or wood. As you go through the game, you're always going to need these resources, so stacking up hundreds of them in the box and leaving them there isn't a bad idea, because as you go through, you're always going to be able to come pull them out as you start building new homes and new everything. So as you go through all those things, you're going to build coops, you're going to build all kinds of different farming accessories. So keep all the rocks, see how I'm just stacking everything in there? Just throw it all in your bin and don't worry about it. There's no need trying to get money off of things like that when we can get money off of some foraging and all of those things. Speaking of foraging, I saw a flower up there that I just walked past, but maybe I'll get it on the way back. We'll see. So my dumbass does exactly what I was just telling you the day before. I'm learning the hard way, like, oh yeah, Pierre's is closed on Wednesday, and this is the look of disappointment on my character. Here you can finally see that we do have a mission. So 20 copper ores is what they're requesting, and we will get some gold. Again, we're not actually able to get copper ore right now because we aren't able to get into the caves, but that will change over the next couple days here. So I was all excited to go spend my $80 and get a few seeds and plant it, but Pierre's let me down again on a Wednesday. We've all been there. But I am going to go check the beach while I'm here. This is how you access the beach area. See if there's anything that I can forage again. No. And I mean, just because I foraged the day before does not mean that this is going to be empty. That's just a little bit of bad luck. You can literally come every day sometimes and find things. So just because you foraged the day before, don't assume that it's clear in those areas the next day. That's not always how it works. Another thing about this game that you could do is some garbage picking, as you see here. Do not get caught by anybody, because they will yell at you and say, hey, don't do that, basically. But you can actually find some good items in here, believe it or not, if you search. So sometimes it's not trash, and you can find some goodies in there if you're not too embarrassed to dig through the trash, that is. So you go through, pop them again, make sure that nobody's there to see you do it. It's just one of those things that they're automatically going to start screaming at you for. So we're going to try not to get caught doing that. Now here is the water fountain, and this is the same area that the rec center is in. So you got like cute little park, and then over here to the right is the rec center. That's what I mentioned earlier, and we will be focusing on that at some point. But in year one for me, it is all about grinding and getting that money. So as you can see, when I cut down that grass right there, I was picking up mixed seeds. You'll see those at the bottom there. Mixed seeds are just free money, especially if you're getting them in the beginning of the month. It doesn't matter what it is, we know we have enough time to grow it. So there's the Pelican Town Center. it's closed right now, but later on it will become a very, very important subject in this game. Alright, go back home now, see what wifey's done while we were away. I'm sure she was grinding, getting some stuff cleaned up in the farm. Teamwork makes the dream work. And there you go, things are already looking much cleaner. We're on day 3 and look at this. It's already like 10 times cleaner than it was when we started. There was rocks and everything all over the place. It's starting to look like a farm, so for 3 days put in work, quite happy with where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the grass there. The daffodil likely should have went into the food one, but oh well, we're not gonna worry about that right now. Or are we? Nice, so here you go. We have 2 new boxes built. This one is gonna be for our items, the one on the far left, the dark blue one, and this light baby blue one will be for anything that we find in like caves and stuff like that as we go along. So as you can see, wifey over there just caught a beautiful sunfish, 5 inches large too, not bad. Make a good meal. So she's getting some fish over here. That's another way we can make some more money. So I figured, hey, I may as well join her. I have a little bit of energy here, so we're gonna do some fishing. As you can see, sometimes you'll pull out garbage in these lakes. A lot of times it's just like random luck whether you actually hit a fish or not. You'll pull newspaper, broken glasses, broken CDs. At some point later on in the game, you could build a machine that will do something with the rotted newspaper, but in the beginning, all of these items are basically exactly what you think they are, trash. So a lot of times you can just throw them out, or you can store them in the bin if you really want to wait till later in the game. Completely up to you. So as you can see right there, that soggy newspaper, that's exactly what I was talking about. Completely luck whether you get a fish or not a lot of the times. I will say the ocean down by the docks, you're going to find fish a lot more often, but you can definitely find fish in your little ponds on your farm. Just like real life, this fishing is a patient man's game. Absolutely love games like this that you can just farm, relax. It's games that, you know, it's not high intensity, high pressure. I play competitive games and stuff and all of that, and it's just a whole completely different vibe. These are the kind of games that I play to relax. But I will say there still is a learning curve to these games, so building tutorials for them is an absolute blast because I love these games truly. I play these regardless of whether my channel or not, to be honest. Like, this is a game I've put a lot of hours into. And there's different ways to play this game too, which is something that's really cool. I've went and seen other YouTubers, and I actually really enjoy it because they play the game completely different way, and that's cool, and it works for them, and this works for me. So this is the coolest part about this game, is there's no real wrong or right way to do it. It's just however you choose to play the game. And I am just having the crappiest luck ever. Like, at this point, I think I just say screw it. I've just been getting trash on trash on trash, and it's not wanting to give me any fish. So, you win some, you lose some. Just how it goes in real life fishing too. So, some days you hit everything, it seems like you can't miss, and other days it seems like there's nothing out there. Yeah, you see, I toss all this trash in there, even though I know I'm not really going to get any money for it. I was like, might as well see if they give me something, but I'm pretty positive you're going to get absolutely nothing for those. But anyways, we are starting to get organized. It's starting to actually resemble a farm, and we have some organization going here, so this is a really good start. Staying organized in this game is everything, because, I mean, there's a lot more to it than what we're showing you right now. This is the very beginning, but as we go, things are going to get more complex. And as you can see, she was really exhausted and ready to call her a night before me. She's already in bed waiting for me. So That's one more day down, and we've leveled up our foraging there. So as you can see, as you level up whatever you're doing, whether it be foraging, farming, whatever it is, you're going to unlock new items, new recipes, new things we can craft. So playing the game automatically will get you those levels. You don't need to worry about doing anything specifically. Just play the game, and those levels will come naturally. Always check the TV. You guys know the drill. Living off the land here, you know, they can give us little tips. So they're saying the spring onion is available out there if we go foraging. So that's something that we'll find if we start foraging, which is really good to know. So day 4 is here. Gonna go grab our watering can. As you guys know, it's not raining, so we're gonna start our day as we always do with watering our plants. And as you can see, these babies are starting to grow, and they're not so much babies anymore. They're starting to look like actual crops. So we're getting somewhere. We're going to be able to pick these sooner than later. And start bringing that moolah in, baby. Get that money. So even with 2 of us doing it, like I almost lost a quarter of my energy. So you guys can imagine that if you have a farm as wide as you can see here, which eventually we'll have this entire thing as farmland. Imagine if you had to go water every single crop. It'd be impossible. You'd be passing out before you even get it done. So this is why preparing for automation and getting our farm automated is our #1 priority above any of the other things that you can do in this game. Getting it self-sufficient so that we only need to plant something and watch it grow is where we're trying to get to. As soon as we do that, we're going to start exploring other parts of the game. But for us in our tutorial, that's what we're going to focus on, is getting that money up and getting rich quick. And you'll be surprised what we're going to be able to do in a year, guys. Watch. Follow this tutorial. You will see. We are going to make that money. Cleaning up some more, getting fiber. Every single thing that you get throughout this land has some type of use. So don't think that anything is just an absolute waste, other than like some of the garbage you saw me pull out. But even those, as I was saying, there's certain things you could do with those at certain points. So there's a use for everything in this game. Coal is very important. Sap, very important. Never sell those. Never get rid of them. Always keep them. There's a use for them. You could also make lights out of sap, which is really cool, because later on, when we're actually going to be working on this farm a little bit more at nighttime, having things lit up definitely helps. And it's really, really cute aesthetically as well. Getting things cleaned up, fixed up. Wifey over there putting in tons of work, gathering tons of items. So this is really amazing what we've accomplished in 4 days. Oh yeah, speaking of wifey, as you guys can see, her name is I'm Distracted OK. Do keep an eye out for her YouTube channel in the future. She's definitely got plans for making YouTube, so hey, you guys have heard it here first. Be on the lookout. She'll be making some incredible content. I know Dead by Daylight is one of her favorite games, so if you guys are interested in those kinds of horror games and everything, do keep an eye out for her channel. I will let you guys know when it's up and going. But in the meantime, let's put her to work on my channel. Help me build my farm. And there you go. So I found a geode. So geodes are really cool because basically they're like a mystery rock, if you will. You bring your geode to the blacksmith and you pay a small fee. I believe it might be 25 or 50 gold, and he'll break it open, and you could get all kinds of rare, precious golds and gems in there. Or it could just be like coal or whatever. It's kind of random luck, but you bring them there, and you can definitely get some good things out of geodes. So very exciting. You'll find geodes throughout the caves as well. You can find geodes throughout the world, so they're all over. As you can see, she finally spotted that foraging that I kept forgetting. So, you know, 4 eyes are better than 2. So it's Thursday, so that means that Pierre's is open again. Really happy to see that. We have $110. It might not be tons of money, but every single dollar that we get, we are going to be investing back into seeds so that we can make more money back. Even the cheapest seeds, you're going to end up getting more than 20 gold back, or else you wouldn't ever make a profit. So keep that in mind. Even the cheaper seeds are going to give you a little bit back. So we can manage to buy, I think it was like 5 of those, so that's all right. 5 we'll work with, and that's 5 more parsnips when. So you'll also see here, they want 1 catfish, and they're willing to give us 200 gold reward. So this is one of the easier ways to get some money. If you end up having the items already prepared, you could just bring it to the person, and they'll give you quick cold cash. So we'll definitely do that a few times throughout this series. We're definitely going to accomplish some of those missions, not all of them, but the ones that we choose to do, we will definitely go and get that money for. So we're going to come back home, plant these parsnip seeds, make sure that they're watered again, and going to keep this money flowing. Put away any of the items I don't need. That scythe can come out because that can go in the tools box, but gonna get rid of these rocks and coal and all of those things. The geode can and the coal can actually go in this one. And then I'm gonna, oh, she beat me to the punch of the watering, at least for most of them. I'll go and get those last few, you know, help the girlie out. Looking beautiful though, looking beautiful. Honestly, I wish the music in this game played the entire time. It is gorgeous music, but for some reason I don't really know, like, it seems sporadic when they play the music, when they choose not to play the music, so I don't really understand. But besides that, the music is really cute in this game. Definitely gives off such happy vibes, man. Again, you'll notice that if I see people that I don't think I said hi to before, I'm just going and introducing myself, trying to finish off that mission of introduction. It's not super important. You don't have to do this if you don't feel the need. But as you can see, I did decide I'm going to come check this beach again. Might not have the greatest luck, but you know, we can at least get some fishing off or something while we're here. So maybe catch something. Wifey decided to join me too. Have a little fishing trip together. Again, I don't have tons of energy because the farm really does take a lot out of you. Just like it does in real life, it's not easy being a farmer. We have to respect our farmers out here, that's for sure. Definitely one of the hardest things that you could be. Look at this guy trying to get sweet with my girl over there, eh? Trying to talk to her. I hope she has more luck than me. Oh, no, she didn't get her fish either. Seaweed is actually a good thing to catch. Seaweed and a lot of those are really, really handy. They'll help us build things later on. So this fish here is going to give me a little bit less of a hard time. There we go. Caught a sardine. I guess Buddy wasn't trying to be cheeky with the girl he was just trying to fish too with. Of all the spots, he had to choose that one. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2 here at least. Hey, there we go. Another sardine, 2 inches. Ugh. I better be careful here though before I end up slow walking. Like I told you guys, if you hit the next bar of exhaustion and you end up going below that energy, you will be crawling around the map, and it really is not enjoyable. So hopefully I don't go push myself to that point so I can actually get back home at a decent time. Okay, there you go. I didn't go too far. So, as you can see there, I decided to eat that sardine just so I could boost a little more energy and go fishing again. That is one way you could do it. Always check whatever you're eating to make sure that it actually doesn't take away energy, because some things will give you negative. So, make sure that it's actually worth eating if you're going to eat it. Otherwise, save it for something else. It's getting down to calling it a night soon here. I'm just doing as much fishing as I can before calling it, and I think that's it right there. Gonna call her and start heading back home. So yeah, not bad for the first 4 days. I'm gonna just wait here for wifey because I'm a gentleman. Make sure I walk her home. But yeah, no, honestly, we got a lot done in these first 4 days. We're going to be on day 5. I know after this, we're going to start hitting the cave soon, and we're really going to take this to the next level. We're going to end up focusing on getting our farm automated. A lot of good things to come. Honestly, guys, it feels so good to be back. I'm so glad to be bringing more content your way. It's been way too long, and I really want to thank all of you guys for rocking with me. I have been reading the comments, so don't think because I didn't respond to every single one that I haven't been reading them. I have been, and you guys honestly have been the best part of everything that's been going on in the last year. You guys have always been supportive, positive, and it really does mean a lot, because this channel, I really want it to blow up, and I want it to be what I do for you guys one day, and just focus on this and playing games and having fun with my community. So this is where I'm going to call this video. This is a perfect spot to end it. So again, I love you all. Thank you so much for the support over this time, and be on the lookout over the next couple days. There's going to be a part 2 to this, and I'm going to have more games coming. But as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Video Game Architect. Until next time, you guys be safe.